All right, y'all. We are live on this September 6th, 2021. And yeah, we're just going to wait for some people to get in here. Not sure why the thumbnail and title are wrong, but they are. And I don't know how to fix it. So it is what it is. And let me just pop in the chat here, make sure you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, say, I can hear you. And if you can't hear me, well, I'm sure you guys probably won't say anything since there's just a countdown with no sound on your end. What's good, Ahmad? What's good, Time for Agorism? What's good, Marnique V? Tom Bots? Cool, thanks, man. Oven Punch. Bonjour. What's going on, Rennet Shaw? And Miami DJs. Crypto Rancher Bruce B. That's Vin's Smarty Man. Wibble Wobble Aaron Clark. What's going on, everybody? Sloth Poop, my good friend. Okay. Cool, guys. We will be live momentarily. All right, y'all. We shall be live in 30 seconds. Just wait for a few more people to get in here. Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay and all right. All right, y'all. Here we are. Here we are on the Bitcoin chart. We're going to go over Bitcoin. We're going to go over Ethereum. And if we have time, we'll get into some alts. But basically, it's not going to be as intense of a analysis as usual. We're just going to mark out our levels, come up with a plan. It's pretty much the same as it's been because, ever since last week, this is a 3-day chart right here. We've kind of been in the same area, except the only difference right now is we are currently trading in this very, very important area. This is indeed the Fibonacci golden pocket area, which we did come into yesterday. Yesterday we pumped right up past the 618, and we are currently getting some kind of rejection near the 0.65. If we zoom in on the lower time frame, maybe the 6 hour, and we really take our magnifier, we can see that we just missed that 0.65 level right there. We just missed it. And from that time that we missed it, we have had a nice rejection of about 2%. And right now, if I had to be honest with you guys, this is kind of a make it or break it moment for the Bitcoin. The reason being is once we get above this golden pocket, there's really no resistance above us until we get to like 56 to 58K. And if we lose this golden pocket, I do think it's actually pretty likely that we will come back down. And I'm going to go over exactly what I think could happen here. But, before I do, just to quickly point out the fact that even though we're getting a rejection here, it's not necessarily the most bearish thing in the world. Up here, we did have a lot of people who longed right here, and those longs got trapped, and we had a pretty big move to the downside. But now we're consolidating pretty nicely, and it's not there really hasn't been much continuation. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens here. Personally, I'm still in the short that I took this morning. Yeah, I'm personally still in that short. If we come to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we did print that 4-hour red dot. You know, we printed the 6-hour red dot. The 8-hour red dot looks like it's about to print. So it's kind of making me feel that, you know, if we start printing the red dots on the 8-hour, the 12-hour, and the daily, it is likely that we do get some kind of retracement here. We shouldn't ignore the fact that this is a very important resistance. It is the golden pocket of the entire move. The reason I have the 0.66 fib level on here is because, you know, it's come to my attention. Daniel from Chart Champions and a lot of other traders who are in my Discord use the 0.66, and they say it's a level that should also be taken into account. So because it's such a significant level and because it's such a wide level, I mean, really, you know, usually golden pockets are not so wide. I mean, this one from the 618 to the 0.65 is, you know, a 2%, almost 2.5% move. And so I just want to make sure that I have a more of just a general range here to say that if we come above this, then I would say we've officially broken above the resistance. But until we come above that 52.7, I would say that we're still up against this resistance here. Let me quickly just go over, I know I went over this earlier today, but the weekly, it really is. It could be it's impossible to tell right now on the weekly if this is going to be a lower high or if we're actually going to get a nice move through here. We can see in the past that just because the VWAP's coming down doesn't mean that the move is over, right? Just look at what happened in the first run up. The VWAP comes down, we get another move up. The VWAP comes down, we get another move up. The VWAP comes down, we get another massive move up. And so that could happen here. If we come to the 2-day, I know I already went over this, but we have the money flow crossing over right now, which is quite powerful. It's an interesting place for it to happen, right at a very important resistance. So, like I said, this is really the make it or break it, because this retracement level right here, in my mind, determines whether or not we have really entered a bear cycle or not, right? It's easy to lose sight of the big picture when we're day trading. But the reality is we put in an all-time high, we had a massive move to the downside, and now we've had a retracement to the golden pocket, which is the most common area where if we're going to continue in the trend to reject off of and continue downward. So overall, I'd say things look much more bullish than they do bearish because of the money flow crossovers and the high momentums on these high time frames. Even on the 4-hour, I mean, look at the VWAP. Looks like it's going to point back up soon. And if it does, you know, and we start printing the green dot on the 4-hour, then I really think we could do something like this and get another move to the upside. And in that case, I think we could see something similar to what we saw, you know, before, where we just keep printing higher and higher momentum waves as the price continues to get higher and higher. Now, I don't think that's out of the picture right now. It's something we really need to keep in the back of our minds. Pretty much, you know, all these bearish divergences on the 4-hour have been obliterated by this last momentum wave right here. And, you know, the interesting thing is price hasn't come up too much here, which is actually a bullish sign. The fact that price has not had so much of a massive move up, yet we have such a much higher wave and so much higher money flow. Yeah, I think that's a bullish sign. Okay, so let's mark out some of our levels here. And then we will talk about, you know, potential trades to take. Okay, so basically, yeah, let me just mark them out. We'll start on the monthly time frame. We've got this level right here. Let me put on this. We've got this level right here. This is a monthly at about 58822, 58822. And then we've got this one down here, which is also a monthly at 35027 right here. 35027. I'm going to go ahead and put these in a folder called monthly. And I'm going to share this chart with everybody, you know, like I always do after the stream. Okay, then we will put on our weekly levels here. Let's put on the weeklies, turn off the monthlies, and the weekly levels. We have one right up here, and I'm going to go ahead and make this yellow because that's what I like my weeklies to be. This is 616, 616. That's a weekly right there. We also have a weekly right here. This is 58295. 58295. What else do we have? We've got this one down here at 31773. Weekly at 31773. And if anybody's new here, this is just, I'm basically just doing top-down analysis right here, which is, you know, it's in the course, so I would recommend you check that out if not. So we have this weekly support right down here. It's a new weekly that we just closed yesterday at 48815. 48815. And let's see, do we have any other levels of importance here on the weekly time frame? You know, not that I can really see. Obviously, we do have older levels like this one right here. This level was respected very much for a very long time. We could see we got a short off of it. We got a long off of it. This old weekly at 45,239. Yeah, I mean, this is not that important of a level, but I'm just going to put it here because historically it's been respected. Historically, it's been respected. Yeah, but I think that's all I'm really going to put on the chart here. This new one is a big one to look out for, okay? This 48815. I don't know why. You can make the text bold, I guess. I did that. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I guess just to keep things a little bit symmetrical and uniform, I'll make them all bold. Okay, so these are the weekly levels. I'm going to go ahead and put these in a folder called week. Okay, so we know. And then I'm just going to go ahead and drop these in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got them all. And then we'll come down to the daily levels here. The daily levels, I'm going to make them orange on the chart. So we're going to start top, and we've got one right here. Okay, this is the highest daily level. Going to go ahead and make them orange because that's what I make my dailies. Daily level at 63554, 63554.5. Then of course we have a daily right here at 59024. 024, and then of course we have another daily right here. Whoa, no, we don't have one there. We have one right here. Nope, we don't have one there either. Flopping and groping. Good old Jason the Flopping Groper Casper. There we go. We got one at 56787.5. And that's an important daily that we have there. We had this daily here that we have come above, right? We rejected off of it for a nice little rejection. That could have been a nice scalp. I'll keep it on the chart just because I think it was respected pretty nicely. We came up above it. We retested it as support. So yeah, we've interacted with it, but I'm just going to keep it on the chart just as reference, 59909. This is a daily level. I think it's good sometimes to keep older levels on a chart because this was an important level. Okay, so it's actually interesting to see that this daily level here, that same daily level, actually we did form that as a daily level again right here. You can see for 2 days in a row, it was support. So yes, we're absolutely going to keep this on the chart. I think that this is an important level to keep on the chart. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and keep that there. Let's see, do we have this daily here? We bounced off of this daily here. Whoop. I would say this is a daily that we should keep on our chart because we never bounced off of it. 44689. I mean, also got, just keep in mind, like, it is important still to keep in mind that we have these other levels here. We'll keep them on our chart just so we can maybe gain a little confluence. 46993. If we see that we run into, there's a fib there or something else there, just so we know that, you know, it's not only, wow, this was a nice level right there. That was a nice level. A lot of these levels have been retested, like they were resistances, and then we retested them as supports. So let me see. This is a daily down here at 29775. I'm gonna mark some of these dailies here that we already tapped just for reference point. Okay. 38190 is a daily, and I mean, yeah, you know, 43821 is also daily. We'll just mark it there. 43821. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to put them in two separate folders. I'm going to make one for, like, dailies, like fresh dailies. And I'm going to go ahead and put them... I'm going to go ahead and put the fresh dailies in a folder. Let's see what we got going on here. I only want the ones that we haven't tapped yet, so that would include these three. Okay, we've got those three in there. We've got this one right here, I think is still important. And then this one down here is still important. And then I'll put other dailies. These are ones that we've already touched, but they could still be important. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move these into a separate folder here so that we can have daily and other daily. Yeah, okay. So other daily I'm going to shut off. These are the most important daily levels that we got going on. These are the weeklies. And then these are the 2 monthly levels as well. Yeah, okay. Those are like the most important daily, weekly levels. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to analyze volume here. We're going to analyze the volume of the uptrend, taking it from here to the top, and we can see that we've got our point of control right here coming in at about, let me make this a white line, point of control 45847, 847, and then we have our value area low coming in right about here. Value area low 40545, and then we have our value area high coming in right here at about 51077. Remember, these do change, guys, as the price action continues. These levels will change, so we're just marking them right now for this purpose. So this is the uptrend volume of the uptrend, and I'm just going to move these into this level here. Some other areas that I think are important. Obviously, we had this high volume node down here, 39717. Just keep that in mind that that's a high volume node. And okay, let's go ahead and just double check. Okay. Okay, so this is great. Let's pull out let's take our fixed range here, and let's just kind of analyze it. Maybe take it from this point just to see what's going on. The point of control is still the same. And then let's take it from right here, once we came above that point of control. Let's just kind of analyze the volume from here. This is giving us now a smaller, more local range with a point of control right here of which is basically just a high volume node, right? 48905. So I'll do local POC 48905. This is important. It's just a high volume node, and I will just put this also in the uptrend volume right here. So I would say that these are the important levels that we should be keeping our eyes on as far as volume goes. Then, of course, let's just remember the volume of the Elon Musk range. If you guys remember why I call it the Elon Musk range is basically because we had this important level right here at about 42K where, we were trading in January in this range. Elon Musk pulled out of the closet his Twitter phone. He took us up into the high range. And then again, when we lost this important level, we started trading back in that same old range. And so now we've broken out of there. And really, what we need to look at now is some of this previous volume here, because it's possible that we just start ranging up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a fixed range from, I guess, here to here, and just kind of see what's going on. And you can see that we've got a value area low coming in right here at about 54.80. We've got a point of control right here at about 57.920. And then we've got a VAH up here at about 65.57. VAH at 65.57. And so this is going to be the Elon range volume. Elon. And so what's important right now is to understand the fact that we are back inside that Elon Musk range. We're back inside the Elon Musk range as long as we are able to hold above this right here at 50.4. It really is very likely, guys, that we come back up to that point of control right around 58K, because that's usually how ranges work. If we come back inside a value area and we hold above the value area low, this then establishes that the new fair value for Bitcoin is in this general area right here, between the value area low and the value area high. And if we're holding above the value area low, then we very likely come to the point of control. And if we don't reject off the point of control, then if we come above it and we start trading above it, it's very likely we come to the value area high. That's kind of how that works. So the fact that we're above it is very important. And again, just to reestablish the fact that, we've got the golden pocket right here. We are at a very important area of resistance. We are at the gateway to the, the high Bitcoin prices, guys. We're at the gateway to those high Bitcoin prices. Okay, let me just, so we've got the volume. I'm going to put this in here too, and go ahead and shut that off. There's really no need to go back and analyze. Well, yeah, okay, let's do it anyway. Let's just take a look at the volume from the time that we basically lost this, and we'll just look at the Elon Musk volume right here. I'm sorry, not the Elon Musk volume, but this old range that we had going on here. I just want to make sure I'm pulling it from the right spot. Yeah, okay, so we've got a value area high at about 39.179. Our point of control is way down here at 32.869. These are just levels to keep in mind, guys. I'm just going to mark them out for us here, but I mean, you know what? Let's do it more like this, actually, because I think this is just to give us a little bit more price action to work with. Okay. Yeah, and guys, like really all this is, it does, regardless of where we're pulling it from, we're just looking for areas of, of high, like the POC control is really just a high volume node. So I'm just gonna put it in here, POC 34188, and we won't really have to think about this unless we come back down to these areas. So we've got it at 43.09. As a value area high, value area low, 31.551. Whoa. All right, I'm just going to put this in a folder called January Range. because this was basically the range we traded in January 2021. And okay, we're just going to leave that as it is. Go ahead and shut that off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pull out some fibs. And this is all these levels here. These are the main levels that we need to keep in mind. Again, you'll be able to import these into your chart. But what is this? Okay. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Let's pull out some fibs again. So we've got our fib from our all-time high to the low. And I just want to make sure it's as accurate as possible. So 51,137 should be the 618. So let's see. 51,137. Okay, so 51,140. This is about right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and lock that, and let's just see what we got going on here. Okay, we'll come to the daily time frame. Zoom out. So okay, what is important right now is this 786 right here. This 786 is important, so I'm going to go ahead and just mark this as an important fib level. Go ahead and make it blue like that, and then call it the 786 at 57228. We will mark our 0.65, our 0.66, and our 618. And our 0.65 is going to be orange. That's going to come in at 52, I think 292. And then we have our 0.65 up here at 52,662. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, 0.66, 52,662. Okay, so these are going to be, and we're just going to put them in a folder called key fibs. And we're just going to drag these in here like this. Go ahead and turn off that fib. So now what we have here is a folder of fib levels here that I think are of importance. And so now what we're really doing is we're just looking for confluence, right? We're just looking for confluence on the chart here. Let me, we're just looking for confluence, really, levels where, we know that we could potentially find a trade. And as I was saying before, really, if we can come above here, then it's very likely that we come back up to these high levels, and we can see right away that we have some nice confluence, and we were looking at this last week, so things really haven't changed too much. But we have this point of control of the Elon range right up here. Okay, we have the 786 right in this area. We have the daily, also coming in here, and we have a weekly coming in right up here. So the thing I want to really highlight is the fact that if we come above this level right here, we really have no resistance until we get to this daily level. We really have no resistance until we get up here. And, I would say that because it's very likely that once we come above a value area low, which we have already come above right here, it's very likely we just make our way up to the point of control. And so the level of most confluence, I would say, is this point of control and this weekly level right here. Also keeping your eye on this 786. So I want to mark out a few more levels on the chart, but before I do, I would just like to say that as far as like the trades go, I'm going to be looking to short pretty much all of these resistances here. Like absolutely, I would be looking to short this daily right here. If we're getting bearish divergences into it for a potential short, all of these I would look to short. Even the weeklies here I would look to short. But the trades that I would look to maybe hold as more of swing trades would be, you know, if we came up and we hit right into this point of control area right here in this weekly. So it's important just to keep in the back of our mind that we're in a very strong uptrend. We've got the positive momentum, the high momentum on those higher time frames. I'm in the mindset of every long I'm entering, I'm holding a portion of that position open as if it's a swing trade, and every short I'm opening, yeah, I still would hold a portion of the trade open in case we go back down to 3K, but I'm taking a lot more profit out of my shorts early. Like right now, the short that I'm currently in, I've already taken over 50% of that position out. I hope we come down lower, and if we do, then I'm not going to take any profits out until we come down a lot lower. But you know, from the time that I entered around here, you know, I took profit out when we came down to this was a very significant area. We could see support, support, support. I took profit when we came down to the 618, and I took big chunks out. I took like 30% out when we came down here and like 25% out right here. So I'm expecting us to come higher. So that's the mindset we need to have going into this. Okay, let's look at some more levels real quick. Let me put back on the Jason Casper classic theme here and get back a regular candle chart. Okay, so let's open up EXO charts here, and we are just going to look at some naked point of controls to mark on the chart. Whoa, Charlie! Whoa, throw me on a tractor and call me Aunt Sally. What's going on here? Okay, yeah, let's go to let's see, Jason Casper. Here we go. Naked point of controls on the daily time frame. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, this is good enough. This is good enough. So we have some naked pox, some chicken pox down below us. We have one actually from yesterday. We have a naked point of control from yesterday at 50,225 again, which honestly, yeah, we have one from yesterday at 50,225, which also was a naked point of control up here. So this I think is an interesting level because there's a lot of volume that traded around this area. So yeah, okay, so we've got a naked point of control at 50,225. We'll just put that on the chart here. Go ahead and make a level. Make it white. And we'll just do a naked daily point of control at 50,225. Go ahead and put it there, 5225, and let's see where else we got them. We've got one at 47575, 47575, 47575, NDPOC 47575, and let's see what else underneath that one. We've got 44400. Okay, so then we've got one. Whoa, what did I do? Horizontal line at 44470, 44400. NDPOC at 44400. And if anybody doesn't know what a naked point of control is, it's basically just the highest volume node of a previous day that prices never come back to touch. So basically, these are just showing us volume profiles for the day, and if prices never come back, for example, yesterday the highest area of volume was 5,200. Price never came back to touch that, so it's now acting as a high volume node of support. Okay, and then above us we have a naked daily point of control at 57,057. So let's put that on the chart. 57. What was it? 57,057. Yep, 57,075. 57075. And we will naked daily point of control at 57.075, and then we had another one right here at 58.025. These are just to give us confluence, guys. 58.025, 58.025, just giving us confluence. In case they line up with another level. And then, where else do we got them? We've got one right up here at 62.325. 62.325. Yeah, there we go. And we have one also at way up here, 64.475. And let's see, these are the daily ones, so we'll just do a folder, naked daily POC, and we'll just drag them up in here. And go ahead and just mark those out. We'll go to the weekly time frame now, and let's see if we have any weekly ones that we could look at. Okay. So we actually do. We have a weekly a weekly naked point of control right here at about 51.60. This is a weekly one. And let's see what else we got going on here. We have this one down here at 44760. And we also have one way down here at 39,660. See about above us what we got going on. The only other one we have above us is 62940. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see if there's any kind of. Okay, yeah. So we do have some areas of confluence here. We have some areas of real confluence, I would say. Just to be aware of this level right here, right down here at about 50.2. We have a naked daily and a naked weekly really close to each other right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just give this a naked high volume node right there. We also have it right here. Well, this is the one with the most confluence. Okay. So let's make this key levels. This would be one here. Okay, so now let's just look around to see what other kind of confluence we have going on the chart right now. So we've got our fibs, our key fibs. We've got our volume. We've got our dailies, our weeklies. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so so yeah, above us we have no resistance, and then we have all these resistances in here, and then we have all these resistances up here as well. So it's very important that we look at all these levels and take them into account. But for me, the most important levels that I think we need to keep an eye on, especially for obviously all of these, if we're getting bearish divergences into any of these levels, we can look for shorts. But I would say that this point of control up here that finds confluence with this weekly, which also, do we have a daily there too? Not so much. I would say that this would probably be the juiciest area that I would look to short. And then if we come above here, this weekly up here with this value area high, which also we've got we don't have a naked daily point of control there. Yeah, I would say that this next weekly up here is also an important level, because it would allow us to come here and basically take out these wicks, and we could get like a swing failure right from there. So those would be the two juiciest areas if we're going to come above our current resistance, where I would be looking to short. And these trades, by the way, I've already put them in the Discord as trade setups. They're already here. You can import them into your chart. So I've got the shorts from let's see here. Wait a second, this is not the right. Here we go, guys. I apologize. This is the chart, and I'll make sure that this is also in the Discord, which it already is. But just to reiterate, we've got the shorts from here. Let me put it on like the 2-day time frame so we can remember these setups that I've already given and posted, where we're shorting from the point of control / weekly / 786 area right up here. Okay, that's one of the areas that I'm really looking to take a short from. Of course, we had this one from 51K, which we already took, and then this one is basically the short from around 58K, shorting from this general blue box right here. This, I think, is a good trade to take, and I will be looking to take this, and I'll keep us posted as we come into those regions. But for right now, let me shut off this nonsense here. But for right now, we need to come above this resistance before we're really looking at any of those. And yeah, so we've got this one here. This is the setup. Let's see. This is actually probably a more clear setup. And I'll be reposting these after the stream. Okay, so what about if we come down from here? If we do reject from where we're at right now at this golden pocket and come down, where are we looking to potentially get a bounce? It is possible that we do get a deep retracement from here. It is possible. We still have a potential to form a bearish divergence on the daily. For now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm really just looking for, some really key levels of Fibonacci support. So if we take like a fib from here to the swing high, I would be looking at the golden pocket, 618, the 0.65, even the 382. Yeah, that 382, and then I would, take one from here to here and just see if there's any confluence. Yeah, I mean, we do have some fib confluence coming in right around 46.4, 46.5. This is a really nice area, actually. If we're going to get a retracement to come down to this actually 46.1K. This would be a really nice area to take a long because it would allow us then to come down and take out these lows right here, grab the liquidity, and then get a bounce out of the golden pocket. And then the same is true for, let's see here, I would say if we pull our fib, okay, yeah. I would say the same is also true for this golden pocket down here, because it would also allow us to come down below these things and get a bounce off the 618. But these are things I will post in the Discord as we get closer. Right now, unlike it was in the past, things are so up in the air, so speculative that I can't really give definitive setups right now like I did in past streams, because everything is dependent on what happens right here. And so depending on the new price action that prints, I will be updating you guys with my plans as far as where I'm looking to long and where I'm looking to short for some nicer positions. I'm not just talking about scalps here. So I will make this, let me quickly just pull out a few more fibs here. No, I'm not going to do that. These are the main levels that you need to have on your chart as far as the important horizontal levels. Smaller fib levels for smaller term trades, we're really just looking like pulling fibs from swing lows to swing highs to find supports, and swing highs to swing lows to find resistances. And so, if we start to dump down from here, the first places that you're going to look for are these fib levels, the 382, the golden pocket, the 786, and then, you just keep taking it down as we go, and, I'll be updating you guys in the Discord. So let's real quick just see if there's any questions pertaining to the Bitcoin, and then I'll go over to Ethereum. So let me open this up. What's going on, everybody? Shout out to Tom Botch, who says, just as a tip, there's an automated alternative to the fixed range volume indicator. There's now also technical ratings, a built-in indicator by TradingView, and it plots for every day. Interesting. Let's check that out. I think I have the wrong, was that right? Yeah, I don't know, Tom. Maybe you'll have to send it to me privately, real quick. Logan Davis, of course. I listened to 4 today. All right. Yeah. So just to basically recap on the Bitcoin and like my overall plan is, obviously I'm short from here. If we continue to print bearish divergences, like this is actually important. This is important, y'all. If we continue to print bearish divergences, especially like on the 1 hour, right? If we pump up to here like this 0.65 and get a bearish divergence on the 1 hour, you bet your bottom Bitcoin that your good friend Mr. Casper is going to be taking that short, right? Absolutely, I would. Absolutely, and it's actually looking like we very well may be able to do that. But until then, I'm gonna hold a short here. If even if we just print another red wave and start to come down a little bit more, we could still come down. So I'm comfortable holding the short. Basically, yesterday I was saying in the Discord, just be looking for the bearish divergences in this area, in between, the 0.65 and the 0.618. Pretty much every bearish divergence we got made for a potential little short. This one made for a really nice short. And now we're just going to have to see what happens. If we come up here and, do something like this, where we get something like this, on the 12-minute, and we also get something like that on the 1 hour, that would be an excellent short to take. Absolutely an excellent short. But if once we break above here, I think the next resistance we have starts to come in around 57, 58K. And if we lose this 618, then I will be looking for us to come lower. And also, this is a very important level right here. Right? This, okay, so we have two very, very important levels. We have the value area low of the Elon Musk range, and we have the local point of control. These are very important. If we lose the value area low of the Elon Musk range, then we're looking to come down to the point of control. If we lose the point of control, then I think we could have a more serious pullback, because then we're looking back down to the point of control of the whole uptrend around 45K, and if we lose that, you know, we're looking down to the value area low around 40K. So if we keep losing these supports, we lose the 618, we lose the value area low, we lose the local point of control, you know, we could have a pullback back to 40K. And these are the main levels that we need to be looking at as far as where we can expect things to go. Yeah, so let me pop back in the chat. Cool, Logan Davis. When did I short? I shorted this morning at the 0.65. I didn't have time to post it because these are not the types of shorts I can post. The only thing I can do is, you know, tell you guys to, you know, I'm just watching for bearish divergences as we come up into these resistances, because it's not a specific level that I can give a setup for, right? It's just like, look, we're coming into resistance. If you see the bearish div, you know, that's kind of not, these trades are a little bit more intense than you know, a nice swing trade where you can actually have a plan for it in advance. Basically, when we're coming up into levels of resistance, we need to be looking at our indicators to show us, you know, why was this a good short to take, is because we're getting a massive pump, taking out a previous high, as momentum is coming down and as money flow is coming down. That is always a good short, but the problem is we can't know exactly where it's going to be, because anywhere that price is between here and here is at resistance, right? It's the golden pocket. So, you know, we can say that we're looking to short from the golden pocket, which we know we are, but, you know, where in that golden pocket is it going to be? I don't know. That's why we have to just look at the indicators here. And, you know, for me, this was a good short. I posted it in the chat this morning, but I didn't really have time to even say I was short. I just posted, look, we're pumping up here, and we've got the divergences. So honestly, if this is going to continue down, if this is going to continue downwards, one of two things: either we will reject off this golden pocket here with a bearish divergence, which could very well happen, right? Be watching the 6 minute. Actually, yeah, be watching the 6 minute. This could actually happen right now. If we come up into this golden pocket and print the bearish divergence, that could be a good place to hop into a short. Also, you know, if we lose the 618 and then retest it as resistance, that could be a good place if we're going to come down more. Another place I would say that would be good to get into a short right now is if on the 1 hour we get a bearish divergence as we pump up and hit the 0.65 or come into this area, and we do something like this on the 1 hour. That would be a very strong, awesome, like, yes, swing trade kind of setup short, in my opinion. So, okay, real quick, since we're talking about it, let me just give you guys the scenario. Scenario 1 would be something like this, where we come up into this 0.65/0.66 area, and then we get the bearish divergence on the 1 hour. This is a very good short setup right here, very, very good, because not only would it give us the chickens drinking water, but it would also allow us to get a very strong bearish divergence. And of course, we'd want to see also short the... wow, did we just get a massive pump right now? Look at that, guys. And bearish divergence on the 6-minute completely invalidated with that pump. And so be careful, you know, as price pumps, be watching, because the bearish divs can become invalidated here. They can become invalidated. So, okay. Yeah. When we come up to this golden pocket, we want to see the bearish divs on all time frames. We want to see on the hour, the 24-minute, the 12-minute, the 6-minute. So let me come back to the hour. So short between 0.65 and 0.66. Bearish divs on 1 hour and down. And I would obviously lock in profits kind of early, you know, and then let it ride. I would, for me personally, I would take profit 1 at 52,100, and then I would TP2 at 51.5, and then I would TP3 at the 618, which is 51.1. Then I would just let the rest kind of ride. Yeah, let's see what happens as we come up here. Remember, we want to make sure that, and let me just post this in the Discord here. Potential short. Yeah, we really want to make sure that the divergences are forming. Like, don't kid yourself if, you know, you see it on the 1 hour, but the 6-minute looks like this. I wouldn't enter just because of that, right? I would not. I would absolutely not. I would want to wait and see that we are getting something like this on the 6-minute, right? Something like that, because if we're only getting it on the hour and not the lower time frames, it's very unlikely that we will come above there. But you can go back in time as well. I mean, you know, I would still consider it a divergence because of this, right? And the money flow coming down. I would still actually consider that a divergence, but it's most powerful when you're getting it combined with overall and also locally. So if we saw something like this combined with this, you know, that's most powerful right there. That's most powerful right there. Okay, let me delete that. And then as far as longs go, you know, personally, I'm not really looking to long here, but if you are looking for a long, just simply look for local levels of support and resistance. So we could say that we have a local range going on, you know, right here. And, you know, we've got a point of control, which we're currently above. And, you know, pull out local fibs. Like, I was really kind of hoping that we would come down to the... well, I guess we did. We did come down to the... look at that. Look at that. Huh. Yeah, I didn't even really notice that. But we did bounce perfectly off, you know, this old 618. So, interesting stuff, guys. Okay, let's move on to Ethereum. Let's move on to Ethereum here. Some very juicy price action we got going on right now, guys. Some very juicy price action. And it's important to remember when the price action is juicy, you know, don't ever FOMO into anything. Just wait for a good setup. Wait for a good setup. The good setups will absolutely come. You just have to be patient for them. Okay, let's open up our Ethereum chart here. And what about confluence with other time frames for the short you took on the 12-minute? Yeah, so the short I took on the 12-minute for Bitcoin, the confluence on other time frames where the 6-minute was also giving us the divergences as we come in here, and money flow is coming down. We come to the 1-minute time frame as well, and even though even though like it looks like we're coming up a lot right here, this last little pump on the 1-minute really did give us a divergence. So we could see we had the divergences on the 12-minute, we had it on the 6-minute, we had it on the 1-minute. And then if we go to the 1 hour, you know, we were in the midst of coming down. Even though we don't see the divergence as clearly on the 1 hour, we can almost envision that there was another momentum wave that kind of printed right here, right? We can kind of see just the direction of it was kind of such that it was showing us that we did have some kind of divergence there. And on the higher time frames too, on the 24-minute we had the divergence, on the 30-minute we had the divergence as well. So so yeah, it's interesting. We really want to find that confluence. If you don't see it across multiple time frames, it's probably best if you just don't take the trade, in my opinion. Nabil wants to know about shorting altcoins. I would, you're right, Evan Punch. Yeah, I'm a scalper when Bitcoin goes up $100 and I say it's a massive pump. Yeah. It's all about perspective, right? Like, as a swing trader, I don't care about that, but as a scalper, yeah, you're right. It's this juicy price action. The altcoins, I would say, would follow Ethereum, honestly. The altcoins follow Ethereum. I would, if Ethereum is pumping, the altcoins are going to pump. If Ethereum is not pumping, then the altcoins will not pump. And, you know, Ethereum right now has just been, you know, I was hoping I would get to short this daily, but I did not, okay? And I did not short this. I was, you guys know my plan, which just didn't happen for Ethereum. But as long as Ethereum's pumping, I think the rest of the alts are going to pump as well. Oh, wow. Okay, the potential XRP 1.41 short. We're close. Let's check that out since we're close. Thank you. Let's check that out right now. Okay, so for Ripple, last week I had this short planned out where we come up to this 618. We are very close to it. Man, this could be very interesting. So we've got this trade set up here where we want to see Ripple coming to that 618. We want to see bearish divergences in the higher time frames topping out, which we see. We see bearish divs on the daily. We see bearish divs on the 4-hour. Slightly. Let's see about the 2-hour. Yeah, we do have a slight div on the 2-hour. What about the 1-hour? Yeah, look at this, guys. Okay. Yeah, I would say that this could be a good Ripple short if we come up and we come into the golden pocket. Yeah, I would I would look to take a short from there for sure. For sure. Yeah. Money flow's thick, right? Money flow's super thick, but the divergence is telling us that we could be coming down. Money flow's getting thinner on the 24-minute. Yeah, it's a shame. I wouldn't want to short it unless we came up to the level. To be honest with you guys. But this is looking actually pretty nice for that potential short trade for Ripple, which is posted in the Discord. And also, this is not the only short that we're looking to take for Ripple. We're also looking to take the short from higher even, which is from way up here. We've got this daily, and we've just got a whole zone of resistance right up here where we would look to short Ripple. This is a little bit more of a swing trade for sure, lower leverage kind of setup. But yeah, for right now, absolutely. If we come up to that 618 at 1.4128 with the bearish div, I will be looking to take that short. Absolutely. And I'm going to wait for it, guys. I'm going to wait for it because, with the long that we took also from down here, we waited for it. We absolutely did wait. Look at how perfectly that level was hit right here. So it's like, it looks like it's going against us and we might have missed the boat, but then boom, we come back and then the boat really sets sail. So make sure not to front run the trades. So Little Crypto got stopped out. His estimated loss was $30. It could be, were you liquidated? It's definitely the market fee, but that's a lot. That's a real lot. If you were liquidated, the fees might be higher. Clocks and Clouds, can I explain how/when you wait for a div to confirm versus anticipate them for a bit? A lot of times you can't wait for confirmation. They happen too fast. Yes, so the thing is, what you need to be doing is you need to have your levels marked out clearly. And if, for example, something like this happens and the divergence is just so blatant and you can tell there's no possible way this momentum wave is going to be able to come back. And again, we're looking at multiple time frames. As price is pumping up, we're coming down to the 1 minute time frame, looking at it as well. As price is pumping, we can see the divergence forming on the 1 minute. Then we can come and see it forming on the 12 minute. We get confirmation on the 24 minute and the 30 minute that yes, these divergences are indeed printing. The time when you don't want to enter is if you only see a potential divergence only on the 6 minute and not like on the 24 minute, not on the 1 minute, where you see something that's looking like this, where you're like, it could be a divergence, but it could also easily just do that. The way you avoid running into that is you make sure that you have confirmation on the higher and the lower time frames. It's really just about looking across the time frames, making sure that they all agree. And we're looking at momentum waves and we're looking at money flow. Bruce B, yes. So my potential shorts for Bitcoin, I will make available in the chart as well. Do I think ETH will also have a rejection? Interesting, Little Crypto. What exchange are you using? Are you using Bybit? Because you will pay a market fee, which is 0.025% of the total number of contracts. But that shouldn't raise your price by that much. Yeah, so Ethereum. Do I think Ethereum will reject? Yeah, it's very possible. Let's go to a weekly time frame here. Look at this. Ethereum has come above the weekly level, as we know, which is now acting as support. And really, for Ethereum, the only levels of resistance that we really have above us are not very many. Let's see if we have any. See if we have any. Any naked daily point of controls above us. Man, we really don't have very much. Yeah, the only level now that I'm looking to short for Ethereum is this blue box right here. This is from last week's stream, 41.90, and I'm assuming that's because of the, let's see, it's because of the daily level that we have right there. We have a daily level, and this is very slow right now. Yeah, we don't really have much, guys. So for Ethereum, we have some daily levels still above us. These are the areas that I would look to potentially get into a short, and then of course we could also just come up above this high right here at 43.80 and get a rejection. It's also important just to let's just take a look here. 10% to the all-time high. Let's see about Bitcoin. See if we can find like some kind of 10% to the all-time high. Where would 10% take us on for Bitcoin? Just out of curiosity. Wow, would you look at that, guys? So if Ethereum and Bitcoin, I guess this is not the best technical analysis, but if they both pump up another 10%, Bitcoin will come right up into this area that we're looking to short, and Ethereum will come right up to the all-time high. And you know, it's just important to keep in mind that we could just come up above the all-time high with a bearish divergence and get a nice rejection from it. That happens a lot. That's called chickens drinking water. That's also called a swing failure pattern. Let's just quickly. Man, this is so crazy. On the monthly time frame, Ethereum is looking very just healthy uptrend, right? Minus the wick here, just looks like a very healthy uptrend. Impulse up, correction, retrace, impulse up, correction, retrace. I'm trying to see if there's even anywhere to pull a trend-based fib extension from. You know, if I wanted to get long on Ethereum now, I would wait for some kind of retracement. A retracement is inevitable, guys. You know, that's what happens. Right now, it looks like we might consolidate or get a little kind of a retracement here. The first place I would really look is just local fibs, right? If we see bullish divergences on local fibs, we already got a bounce off of the 618 here. But really, whenever we get a pullback, if you're looking for a long, we should pull out our fibs and try and find that bounce. Let me see. Below crypto, huh? Interesting. You're limiting in and out, and you're still losing that much. Are you getting hit with funding fees? That's very strange. Okay, so NR says the spread between mark and list price is a 3% difference, which will affect your profit slash loss. Okay, that's good to know. That's very interesting. I for some reason don't have that issue. I do not have that issue. Okay, so Ethereum, the levels are basically the same, guys, as they were. You know, unfortunately, when we're in parabolic moves like this, there's not too many options as far as, you know, where we can look for trades, because when we're trading in a range like this, there's just so much opportunity. But if we are going parabolic, there's really not much to plan for, except when we start getting divergences and price starts to have a correction. That's where we pull out our fib and look for another long to buy the dip. Let's just kind of talk about, let's just go over, so we've got our monthly levels for Ethereum. I'm going to shut this line off. We have our same old monthly levels, which is just this one at 2273. If we go to the weekly time frame, we have our weekly levels right here. We have this one that we just came above, retested it as support at 3932. All these weeklies below us, we pretty much, you know, blast through them all. A very healthy uptrend. These are them. You'll be able to import them into your trading view. We have 3312, 3224, 2710, 1891, 1425. And then these are the daily levels. Above us, we have 4181, and just so you guys can see how we're getting these right here, 4181. We've got this daily level right here at 4078. These are the areas, guys, where, you know, if we're going to get a short in, I would really be looking at, you know, first, you know, I really do think once we come up to this 4084, we can get a scalp short from it. I really think we can get a scalp short from here. I also wouldn't be surprised if we got a some kind of a swing failure from right here, because we did tap this daily again and reject off of it. But you know, just be watching for, if we come above it with a bearish divergence, it's very likely that we lose it. Let me just real quick pull out a trend-based fib extension. Man. I just don't see anything that is too respected here. That's the problem. Okay, I guess this seems to be respected at the 618 fib extension. So if this is something that we can look at, I would say if Ethereum is going to hit new all-time highs, let's put on some other extensions here. Yeah, if Ethereum is going to hit new all-time highs, the first place we'd get to is 45.81. And we do have this 786 fib extension level coming in, which, by the way, would allow us to swing failure this wick. Okay, so I would really be keeping an eye out for 4227 for another potential short scalp for Ethereum. I'll be putting these in the Discord after the stream, but yeah, really be looking at this area here. Also, I'd be looking at this one-to-one extension up here for, depending the uptrend continues, we can always get short scalps at these levels. I mean, if the uptrend continues, it's not too crazy to think that we could see a $10,000 Ethereum if the uptrend continues. But really, I will. I'm going to have to post these potential shorts levels in the Discord, and then really the simplest way to do it is whenever we see the bearish divergences, we take the short, and then we watch price as it comes down. When we see the bullish divergences, that's where we can get into a long and hope to hold that as a swing. Interesting that we're getting a green dot right now on the Ethereum 4-hour time frame. It's very likely that we get a move to the upside because of that. What's happening with Bitcoin on the 4-hour? Looks like we might very well soon print a green dot on the 4-hour as well, guys, for Bitcoin. Yeah, Nabil says, I see the beginning of a nice double top for ETH. Yes, it's very possible. Noodle Bob, am I still holding ADA? Yes. Do I see any bearish divergences for Ethereum at the minute? No. I don't. Not unless we come up above this this high. Well, I guess no. I wouldn't consider that. I would want to come above. We'd want to come above these previous highs right here. I would want to come above this high before I considered a bearish divergence. And really, the levels that I would look to short ETH with a bearish divergence like this would be first this daily at 40.84, and then we have this daily here at 41.81. But a nicer level would be 42227 right up here. These would be the first two areas I would look to short, but I would really want to see something like this, where we just see just massive bearish divergences. We did have the bearish divergences forming here, but we haven't really seen them play out too much. So we really want to see us put in a new high. I would really love to short this daily right here. How many hours is the trading course? I don't know. It's quite long. It really is quite long, and I'm constantly adding new content to it. So yeah, it's quite long. How do you mark support and resistance on a market that doesn't trade 24 hours? It's simple. You just do it the same way. So if we're looking at if we're looking at Apple, and it doesn't trade every day, right? But we can still do the same thing where we are looking at daily levels of support and resistance. There's gaps and stuff in the candles, so it's a little bit more difficult to do. But it's the principle still applies. We're looking for divergences, and really, when it comes to trading stocks, we're looking more at general levels. So, I would say that this right here could be a weekly level of support because we have these candles unable to close above it for so long, and then you just kind of You just kind of look at the chart. You know, this would obviously be a level of support right here if we ever made our way back down to there. And then, you know, you use your fibs in the same way. It pretty much is the same. You know, we pull our fib from the swing low to the swing high. This swing low down here to this swing high up here. We get a bounce right off the 618, you know. If we pull our fib from swing high to swing low, we get a rejection right off the 618. It works pretty much the same, just even though the markets are not open every day and there's gaps in the candles and stuff like that. But definitely crypto trading is a little bit easier on the eyes. You'll never have, you know, such crazy looking candles like you do when you're trading stocks. Green dot on the weekly, by the way, if you're trading Apple. But slight bearish divergence also. Yeah, so because there's gaps, we're gonna have to make them more zones and less exact levels because of the gaps. Clocks and Clouds, I'm glad you appreciate the new content in the course. Bearish divs are printing on XRP. Let's check it out. Yep, I see it. I see it. I want to come up a little bit higher. I'm not shorting until we come up a little bit higher. You know? All right, guys. So here's my plan to keep these streams from getting super long like they did last week. I am going to be periodically throughout the week doing VIP TA videos for different altcoins. And so what I want you guys to do is I want you to come into the Discord, come into the weekly live stream discussions, and it's in the public announcements, huh? Thanks, Noise Killer. That's not good. Gonna have to remove that. What the heck, man? Come into the weekly live streams and discussion and post what altcoins you want me to do. And obviously, I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to try to do 2 to 3 a week, and I'm going to basically do a very in-depth analysis with all the levels I'm looking at and what trades I would look to take. And just let me know what coins you want in here. And so I'm hoping this week is a little bit weird because it's a holiday week for me. Rosh Hashanah is tonight. We've got the holidays coming up. We've got Yom Kippur coming up and Sukkot. So I'm going to do my best with the VIP stuff for you guys. But I might not be posting as frequently during the next week or 2 or 3. But let me know what coins you want me to do in here, and I will do the analysis as well as the trade setups, and I will be posting those VIP videos in the VIP Alt TA channel. Okay, I'll be posting videos in here as well. So after I exit this stream, I will be all the potential trade setups I went over in the stream. I will put them into the charts. I will upload these levels into trading levels, and I will post the potential trade setups in the potential trade setup channels. Yes. Cool. All right, guys. God bless all of you. Appreciate you for being here. And yeah, I'll see you guys in these altcoin TA videos and future streams. Peace.